Dia why no etia is a omayinedi into office 10. Inti under Article 1469, the president is required to act in accordance with the committee's recommendation. It is here ka said ye maame eye tokono. Yes wonko. Felix Kwachifusu MP, spokesperson to the president, minister government communications. Eno de krate ba bontin. It is here ka said ye inefro imano mesam chap ye inefro esi maame nko. Na onko tenase nti yenim bone na wadi ana ade na waye nti sanu mu mana kwa na se mu china san aka ho se waye ade eti amra enu nti e wose president timi pamle ne ade dia entalo okokwa na se ade ko na waye na eti amra mo bechina tumu ana mu gya ne tra ndiana mom ye hu anu so ade kropotia oye ya enu nti e wose ye pamle free office ya pamle free office no sise ya wo ku ye ma metoko nu we ku o kone kwa na se bone a wodi ye tia o man ne mra no mo chi sa aka ho ana questions are Ghana for binum busa a on be so mo tia se ne kra ne sen ye yin edfi do o tenase anase wo to aso ye na dwuma anase wo ko no ko da anu wo kokoto ye ni ko prison o ade bone na wadi no bone ne kro na wadi no etia emra no ne kura le sei o kosa etie ma mi tokunu se dia beto dwano no Mahama ese wonko fast o se with immediate effect na say a man ntina akonya no so within 2 seconds kura in temper na pack no man free ho ti Mahama yi na di wapam no e ma mi tokunu so dia beto dwanso eno no na say Ghana nkomo eni eboi betimi do comment section e be kan ni nyina so kama pa de Mahama yi hu ni say eboboa ana say mboa na hu ni say
Jomi Mobibia Kwaba dedicating 4 Stars Radio TV Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Senya Yenina Yenemano and now what you be on you may my bija for baby she more ha and your ginjini or my Ghana for home and I say Ghana mine ankasa at home. Na ye a debia in ye papa a ho and you try in a young fruma ewo into a coban say. Bibi enkosu ye ewo menemo a ne wo say yetumi eba na yeso ye be pensepesem ne ye kire ya dwen di asem na aba mwati ne edikan mebo ma ye nyina yeti ene say o mampani sisi ade petition wo modi koye no wo mo atwe ne asensan ana say yigine di na wadwene e kire wo say meni mabedwafo so ye ba abedwindwin ho na ya hwe ne kokosie no ne kwan so ano no anase etwetwe aso ye den kwan na yetwa ede ato sampempeso a meno kase enti men chairman konkohwe say mabedwafo ne wo fire aba wo fire tikase nkomsheni kase a wo New York say wo fire Eddie saying, I know I'm not the mom now. Yesu, ye gususa, mempo de mi visa sisiano, una uye uka communication team who ewo Ghana because send your usubo jumano. Ana mention kakra. So yeah, I come with you friend me and I sir. Eno why are dear why are dear yes menko sem sabaka
aka kakra ututu a mama ya mo appointment
mami amado eno obakukuri ni ba akope mami makwaba me unse ne die weni ajepa nti bibia boko die Bibia boko okay miko echa esafo aka nkomsheni ejezo ga makwaba hello abranti wedi hello onyamaye and yana wonenam baby say basa
about the whole onenam Canada kwano so
yes metunka afide metunka me te unkapa yeah mami ama ashe hunkom sisi a na chese we dey be peace no and one no so meda munyina say etiefo na afrefo na ye bekasa fa ye CJ omampani sisi ade wo yinedi ye na yenim se wo yinedi enipa bebre eka ho asem nia wo mo eka eboa ene nia wo mo ka etia na afei so no yehwe ye Cedi ye sika semu Cedi ni a sisi ano ati akensen say bosumu mi no se miensen ye hu se etsote ye kra Bloomberg say ye sika no Cedi no monyo just say mean to me ento aso se ne wo sika but me say ye mududo na ate nia yaka afan enti ye beka ni tiawa yenche kra ma me kra sisi ameni o kese ono kra no afiansa wapon ejuma bo menim se abrochi ejuma de ye mfeni agro ye kwa ni ye be ni enti ebusiafo metwa me ho abasisi a ye kwa koje ye nkrato efri ye mame Charlotte Way tropical na je se ye ba ya to ejuma de ni so na munyina so mo de madwenche e dia ba agya comment section no wo like here na wa share na afeso no wo de comment aba ne e ba bekasa afa ho no se wo so wadwenche no e bia na enko bedwom kase dia wo de fire so a na ye koyi ni mo nisa enti Daddy K me ba sia.
Hello.
Akuya.
Yes.
Eti sen.
Boko now swear.
Na me adom Ghana boko.
Na me adom boko. Now swear.
Na me adom me pegana aduane adi wo ho. Enti se wobetumi anya boode ne kontomire ne banchi no de abrem ya nka mani beje pa obi be ba US na me adom next week.
Na ko de abrel. You.
Enti no o de kekani nyina bom na nipa no ba me de number be ma na wa fro why.
Matter.
Ene bye bye.
Bye.
Ke wo de bia fontarwa so ande ne fa banche ne body free Ghana bre me de asem.
Akuya ma figure na aduane o. Ba wonim se US ya so de edin so obenya Ghana aduane ato.
O de krom ha se wote ha kwa enti ne ekoso wo ha no munyina onte ye. Se manimi we na twam. Ya de Ghana ba US abrochi mamu ha no se Charlotte Way tropical market. Obenya nuane bi te se enwo macro ahoro nyina abenkwan ya ye de agu chance mu eno so obenya bi wo ho. Eye magi sardine ahoro bayere body potato brodo enyadoa emu gari wele prekese beans ebro entos milo kokonte momo ne krampo no upebia ubenya bi o Charlotte Way
edina wo boy na mahu baby kro we na madam fu bi di ho adanse de kire me no yes omoton African way nyina
anne sawadam fu ni di ho adanse e kire ode ana ye no kretrodo omotonton African way GT pentoma ai de apempa me ma shirt kama e de apam manta de eye dress skirt kawa sandal shoes slippers any coat omutimisha call office any baby bia nyina Charlotte Way tropical market etonton bi wo hono ahwene e sa de beto sisi ana de beto sa na sa de beto 9 po ne Charlotte Way etonton bi wo hono hwehwe ye kira kwan e wo 396 West Pike Street number C Lawrenceville Georgia 30046 Freya wa telephone number we so 678-682-3577 Charlotte Way tropical market African, Caribbean and Latino market.
Your one-stop tropical shop.
You and just your grace. You have changed my story.
Justice Tokenu, former President John Ajekum Kufuor.
Yakwaji and Kratona Apa Emrina so yetu adwumadi so Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Tukono has been removed from office following the recommendation of the committee that was set up to probe the petition that cited her for stated misbehavior. A press statement issued by the presidency on Monday afternoon, September the 1st, 2025, said the move was in accordance with Article 149(9) of the 1992 Constitution. The committee, chaired by Justice Gabriel Powman, a justice on the Supreme Court bench, presented its report on Monday morning. Under Article 146(9) of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, the president is bound to follow the recommendation of the committee in such circumstances. The said article specifically stipulates that the president shall, in each case, act in accordance with the recommendation of the committee. A Ghanaian citizen, Daniel Ofori, had petitioned the president to remove Justice Tukono on grounds of stated misbehavior as a chief justice. Nyamutuye was the grounds. Koban say I was say Yeji a chief justice said Intinom Sisiano. That's the remover. That's the remover of the CJ from office, mark of political witch hunting, as some believe it. Just say, yeah, you say when you come to power, you be away. And air question. Some may also argue that the president acted in accordance with the Constitution. Do you agree with that assertion? And then Kofi Bento, the vice president of policy think tank Imani Africa, has stated that the CJ's removal was premeditated by the NDC. He added that the action set a dangerous precedent for the future government. How dangerous could this be for our democracy? And then I'm up for a bisa and some dida. Say, Mameno ne memphase senya ye ne dinom. Amanyosem and a teacher is answer binum patcher say no amanyosem intino and amane akwakobanisa a binum so patcher say according to the 1992 Constitution paper article 146 clause 9 or air chrono and a take tank so edin niti ediababeta to say idea no more bon port data is answer you campaign and some basso and to me call fire what fire. Maminti removal of CJ, is it a political motivated witch hunt? Sena Ekosono and now say because Kofi Bentelaka political think tank you do what wouldn't ye na minuina yentiu me yamako mami wana mako it just a vacaso over.
Yeah, ready.
After Mitio, Yana will honor Shewichi Kakama me because
I know I said not a breaky dinner question of Martini.
Miss CJ CJ situation, you know. A Benu Patcher say, and as a Nipa Dona Patcher say, I'm on your symptom and ye ne fru. It's answer Wushe Kofi Bento, vice president of think tank, her policy think tank, or Patcher say, we know a idea na mwaka to what it NDC. A plan to what it did I say, you buy, you know, until a young woman be as wouldn't say.
Yo, dedicate, thank you very much. And Jessica Edika Mecham panel. I'm a chair at and I'm a chair the president of the Republic, John Mahama and Professor Ginano Fukajima, Ghana, Puatwa, Bama, Yembra Berry, Ghana. If you Ushe, Yuma, as part of this, a part of the resetting agenda, you could be motivated, like you say, some people are saying. But rather, the agenda of this particular era, led by John Dramani Mahama, is to respect all the institutions in Ghana, because it is known that all the institutions have been infiltrated and have been have been tampered with in such a way that no institution is working as an institution for a nation who has we expected it. But rather it has been infiltrated with other peoples and staff and things, or which they do things differently, which doesn't conform to the rules and regulations and norms of the country or the institution in which we live in. So that's it. And Mahama, Ghana for Onwadi Butaibia to the Nisos, and that is what Ghanaians buy for him to become president, to reset the country, because Ghana BBA say, I said, BBA for you. And let me come back to a question now. The removal of the TJA, I say you say, and your President Mahama, and then sorry, after the two you remove TJA. But
right,
and how can I my head here? Say,
right,
but you didn't put it. and then the petition in coin. It means that people have seen what the woman has done. A lot of things are moving, circulating around her. It is obedient to this about. Dear Prez Mahama, they say, so all you saw Article 146, you know, and now all submitting a petition for the Abano to the Council of State. No more constitution will say, and someone if I can, does it does it establish a prima facie? Prima facie is that the case. See a version will say, and someone go for a trigger for your removal. But also Opolo. I don't hear President Prima Facie. When President Mahama presented a petition, some of the para President Yama or the Council of State, you know, and when a man was suspended on time, 10 years to track them. The President Mahama, and he went the Council of State met and went through the details of everything. And what the way they acted, but with the things that were presented against them to President Mahama, when the committee of 31 Council of Elders, you know, start here, start into it. People will say yes, but there is fact. There are certain nearby they could establish a prima facie in which that means that she can be removed from office. And it's exactly what they have done. And before, no, I go through the matter the way of President Mahama. And don't forget that the Constitution has stated President Mahama can only remove the Chief Justice in consultation with the Council of State after they have gone through their prima facie cases, establishing their prima facie and gone through the case thoroughly. So they are there. And the President Mahama, no sorry, I also remember, resetting agenda to Kono, Kofi, people wrote to him, people presented in terms to him about Tukono. Have you seen it? My member typical example, when President Akufo-Addo died, Charlotte say it was the same Article 146 and the Charlotte say people. Akufo-Addo acted based on people that submitted it. And Akufo-Addo sorry, people wrote the same thing and presented to him on Family Charlotte say why APC. And Akufo-Addo presented the thing to the Council of Elders and they sat down and went through Nobuka said Charlotte said this, you know, he deserves their own complete. What you hear? And Akufo-Addo acted according to this. It's the same thing that has the same law that has been executed here by President Mahama. And why should people be there sitting and say President Mahama sorry and offending that? No, there's no political motivation in that. But rather, President Mahama acted according to the Constitution, Article 146, based on what they have seen and in consultation with the Council of Elders, with the prima facie that they have established with the materials that were given to them.
Yeah.
And you go through the matter, you say, and I said, at what Chief Justice. Look at the woman who went to the outside to ECOWAS, need some of the question ECOWAS both here. She went to the center and to organize for Ghana lawyer, Commonwealth lawyer. So Mumbai intervened. But they have forgotten that we are a sovereign state. If Indian lawyers cannot come and influence us on Mahama telling what Mahama should do as a nation, leading a nation as a country, president of the country, almost to be dictating my head. This is what the Council of Elders have seen, and this is how the matter is going. Mamino, the woman has aired, and she has to go away for us to get a new one. In some Hawaiian baby, now that's the case. So, let me remember you this if you have forgotten. I told you, sir, Mami, being a member of the 7 judges now, when we release a birth certificate is not a primary document. The woman has aired. It doesn't deserve to become the chief justice. That's where I tell her. It is also part of the reason why this woman has been removed. Come and go and listen to Ghanaians per se, the whole country. And not even Ghanaians per se, the whole world. There is nowhere you can tell me the birth certificate is not a primary document of citizens. But this woman was able to connect with 7 judges at the Supreme Court and told us that birth certificate is not primary. Simply because you want to favor the government in power. Akufo-Addo who appointed there. So what they are there, it's not never out. And why are you doing that? Who favor 1 year? Not knowing that So yes, Obantin so near Saint Crew, a crew beer. Now when you said it, the two no headache, no saying, and that you can just answer. Aha. And to your Obantin, I think I will put Nantian near Saint Crew. Don't forget at the end of the day, would be a photo. I know now that canon. Until you were trying to favor Akufo-Addo to tell us that birth certificate is not a primary document for citizens, so that the EC can do whatever they want to make Akufo-Addo maintain power. And then Akufo-Addo Ghana 40 years, 20 years, and then close account. You can't be the chief justice. He's going home. He's not going to get any entitlement because he has been sacked from office. And looking at the beginning of that case, okay, people who know the law were advising the woman to have resigned and send her Yapamuno. But no peace on here, or no peace Kakabin, something at the Akufo-Addo that now, Omudi and phone, Omodity one, he can still be there. Have you seen it? At the end of the day, you have heard. And it is going on with nothing. It is Mahama, and yet Mahama no sorry at or Pamuno because the rate setting agenda. No. But rather, a human party has been established. People brought a petition against the chief, the Council of State went into the matter, sat down, called evidence, people came to give evidence and stuff. And they went thoroughly and saw that what the woman had done doesn't merit her to become the chief justice of our country again. He has to step aside and let's get somebody to replace him.
Okay.
That is it.
Sure. Yo, what for y'all? No, what for y'all? You have to step aside and let somebody else take it because of birth certificate and then to me and one peninsula say yemfa voters registration whatever it is called, but this year no sa birth certificate ekura na Nigeria for ni we twegu see but minim ne dodo na mamiama ebetumi akire me ebusa for dedicate 4 stars celebrated TV Atlanta Georgia USA yakasa about CJ remover and of course yebeba Cedi depreciation mamiama mintie wuso mintie wuso.
Yo, that is me chia in no money for you na anka aduma we die akadia mama per se nka ma kra ma enya position e wo Ghana bebre ana me so me oba it is aka bibi di kwapura aka etemek ema mami we but dedicate it'll be abrofo come master must say right is right and wrong is wrong. Sabi mami we onyo no kwa na wo Ghana enkofo a onwo ye na sometimes no eya na ye bibia na MPP for ni NDC na ensemi emesre mo na mo si yen clean ekrono corruption ne ade enti no we should wipe those away ye chi di pa akoro so no ya de money a mo si pray mami we sabi enyo no kwa na eje e wo Ghana ana so anya bone so a anka yenche no o tu kwan abra ensiso ne ne ikunu ene ne ba eka ho eko oye judge penny onim policy no oyeye osama ne kunu ne mba pa diem contract bi kra ba Ghana say yen akayesiesie one of the places say one man kofa and debate no the man eba o the man onu ane ba na akwada kitikiti a only 30 years so say the contract over D&D million amano. I don't know so much here.
Oh, and the minim maintain yeah.
And also edaho what the contract ne man ne ba na ne ba ne or some say or bad girl ba ko pe who say and the man no like there were no other contractors to debate the thing and the man no enti no niam no ya no ye the petition ne ba no mama dey say o me ma so amount of days eti kwana kwahwem na wusu bra na be defend ho eti ma days no crap for 7 days na o de ma me no esha eti the farmer me na me hwem papa respect you no the buy you went there to defend yourself okọ church mu sanka nkrofo afufuro e wo ho na o mekum nkrofo na judges na ana Council of State for na ke koku omo ebe church ade ne ye ne wa ha na omo kai no ne yawo e ma ho na se ni papa ewu ye o e na de that's not what we are saying. Don't beat about the bush. Why we are there brother na sɛ wonim sɛ woamfa a ɛde na wokaa sɛ wobɛtua sika no ma wo wotua sika no wɔ kokom no de akyɛ wana wotua sika no na yɛakata wo so ne yɛse daabi sika biara ni hɔ a wobɛtua we are following the procedure eti deɛ ɛyɛ saa na yɛde asɛm no bɛto wɔ anim no wode akɔ ECOWAS yɛato agu ɛna wasan de akɔ ahiahi sɛ yɛma wo 10 million ɛno so deɛ ɛme yɛakora ne sofo akufo ɔno ɔte hɔ ama time a yɛka sɛ pensionfoɔ sika no deɛ ɔnim sɛ ɔno wɔ pension nti no ɔfa akonnwa bɛtena ase defendiiɛ na sɛ wo nua yɛ biribi a frɛ no wɔkokuom aka kyerɛ sɛ me nua deɛ ɔyɛ no ɛnyɛ. This is not about NDC and MPP. Obi ya boni ameyenka. And at the end so abeda abonting the president and follow up. Ono ne ebe impeaching no. Obi the petition come a president. Offensive on kata no so ana. Ontimi nyesa. So I saw them man. And no ma okoko say say no be abeka change me my time say. What disrespecting president say? Apart from that, who some doors? MPP time no say NDC MPP nya some kind of bar. No I come MPP. Oh yes, I don't know him the oil. Ghana for our lose our life. Ebinumu lose our vote. The law is the law. That's the law. No, the same law now. Who go to know? Actually. I don't know who say would because we are CJ. I mean, somebody with a high reputation like that, you didn't have to stoop low to that level. Okita credential, you've worked for it, you sweat for it. Maybe I would you shouldn't have done what you did. Was saying what you did, Now I say, I basically mean, boom, area that decay. Maybe I make us say. Obi yebi bi ame mpese me yebi because obi ayebi akese ye nchene da nko awudu sakobo mu se mame yeketo ano na wudi na bededi ye won kofo ma ye dubious afanya markets na or defending na okata ne to no why worse than mame kra akaka onu kra be so ne mu so the me no why worse than mame no Enkofo apalu krapa me man die say apalu of all people cry beche no kra odo so ne sema bededi. So people have done worse things but obi aniti obi ye bibi anya bi sa sika we a wode ma ba die ma wode ma ukunu ne o me contract na do ba wode ma oba so wa die afa wa ma o che
pediem no Mammy, Pedimo, no one G, and I say you were financing committee department.
What I'm presenting them, me to choir. I give my
now. Wouldn't him say, wouldn't him say one other justices in Nina and Jesus can be young, wouldn't him say, and
I make catch us that decay. Me will be we are the I mean, we Obi ko fa bibi amemi fa bi. Na say yes bibi business bi abo so wo business no na yeah then a Trump CK me say me nji because the because me mpe because me ko akoya ye beche me.
Okay that makes sense.
Uni mu hu a no hu de obeye. Bi me say that the me kind those times yes aflawu na yes okay business me dem na fofo ye omutwam a omutimi twam say omusunia ma kese ntuma Hollandese bebre yeah from da me kwa me ko twam a hello David and I say hey me say you with the yo so na me tell
right
then you weigh yourself and you assess yourself and you know where it befits you and where it doesn't befit you.
Okay.
So be a now so back where you are. Aba from you kwakwe.
Matiasi.
So
Matiasi.
You know, a national cake, yeah, to tell the kaka can you who chat no one can hear a coca woman. Eti on him so I have bonnet, on when him so I bonnet. I don't know, I say, Obetes can be. On him, she knows what she has done.
Okay.
Or the Takashi, of who said be a kufu at the time, I can't end the tree. You know, I have to saw or the Takashi, Ejimuna, MPP for no so support me to obey. We just cry, the law is the law.
The law is the law. Mate, Mami Amadenidia so the law is the law until what Jesus can crowd to me say why born in or the buy until Obia and Ajeni Obia and some money and a yechedini until Obian in your want to make up a chair as a fuck so Papa Mitio.
Kwabra, what you mean?
Mitunka yepa, yeah, loud and clear. Let's go.
Back if you ho eba mu ntimi so hwe wo honi ye na enam se me wo mintimi emfra wo nka nkyero nti hwe feedback got me kasa kra no signal say noise be through ho ba.
Oh, okay, yo, Mate.
Yeah, kwabra me da wase me chiama me ma moni hwa me chia ofa ya o. Mesra asem bi a me beka no eye madwene. Obi a me attack no ni political career no dia beto nsani ani. And I have every right to weigh that person. If I have to insult, I will insult, but it's political.
Debbie, also, Obia Casa be an atom, the Debbie and Bimsa. So,
Massa, Obia ni dear, when the opa me kana umpa yimi friso. I imagine it. The kind answer no mampenina what tiswo ebe dia kunyano. Me or my who say even one no crown constitution one tiasie politically. The atosumienu ne party o firimu chairman etimi be gina bontin e criticize say maame na ansa no mampanyini be dia de enti maame na me de menim so your target. And I'm not surprised what is going on. But let me tell you this. Number one, the current president what the nsako ka abrewa se wobedio se wonni obedi the atosumiensa. I respect women. Women are very brilliant than we men. I'm almost getting to 60. But my concern is say ma what's young woman and what's our one young you're smarter than any member, but only you are stronger than them. And it's a fact, if only you are honest as a man. Mamina sum o mampanina what Ghana susesia fidiram o mampanina kotom. Na so mampanina o Ghana wan hwe. He will be the worst president in Ghana and probably in Africa because mamina what touching on one politically one who ye and some what touch it mamino. See a mamino what's way in the mamina ba as a Ghanaian she is now a civilian private individual. Ubu mampanini actually in some beba. Write it down from today. Mamino and see a shot the toso and nine mamino. Say ye ka enwuma suamu a wonim nwuma sene omampanyiko otisu sesia and it's a fact. When it comes to knowledge enwuma sua na ye ko interpretate constitution no maame ni nim sene omampanyina otisu sesia nti omampanyino wanya careful no pay advices because so wan hwe ya bombshell a ebeba no omampanyina ba sesa nyama no wadwane. I'm telling you, because I want to buy Yadibia, you're very careful. And Obano so I wouldn't understand, Mamino, what's young ma, I can't walk. And the say constitutional interpretation of Danabem. Now, a dear Bakuna de Biamecas as a woman penina or Fiso and San one penina or Quaya Saba Betnasono. Where Yadibina, a yummy yapapa, and I could for the Sadi or Meboni Dini. And woman you for a tisa and Nakufado, and now Basu in a nomination can Nakufado Ebano, what the constitution ever to I'm Yakian because constitution they wrote it S2 obi. And there are a whole lot of loopholes in the constitution. And yes, Anka Omampanyini will need right to cross or touch Chief Justice. Who is Omampanyini before Chief Justice? But because of the loophole in the constitution, Omampanyina or trans 1992 year constitution, no strongly bonny be odi, and the Omamucha constitution of Fevano, and those who wrote the constitution or who drafted the constitution, Obia or Tiasibia and bow down today in shame and in tears. Whatever is going now, no, they have instituted it, and younger generations are going to be burdened on this. And let me tell you this, I'm not a pastor. I'm a prophet. Omanpanyin oti Ghana so say wonye careful. They be me ba me catch ro me who say a bo Katagana so clouds. A Katagana so. Say one hweye na wan tu na mompa na okode o direction o ko sesi ana wan hwe o de abene baba Ghana eno na be man red tack be dani dinu ho ama ne nana nkan so anya will carry that burden. Into when you're very careful because the selfishness, politically that man is very selfish. Dr. Spiogabra and also to say I task Spiogabra no knowledge because to say a knowledge in asa. You see, when you be look at even ministers because our appointed woman, me who so appointed some ministers in the terms that this current president is incompetent and he will never be able to hold that office 4 years with dignity because of Mamina wa attaching. One say Miss Akufo-Addo, Mrs. Akufo-Addo, I don't know whether Miss one who said watching who free because they know everything that entails in the decision of Mampenina taking, and it goes with political burden. And that man is going to carry it, even with free Kunyanoswa. Share. Ghana and your political party be adio. Now no me catch say after elections. What is a America? What is a Republican and Democrat? Akot baby. Yeah, in some Ghana from penning for politicians, political nonsensity. Nyansa any ebinuma more politics. Look at here elections. Look at what you see there. Because the Constitution was written under influence. Because by then, military rule, and I will say this every day. Until they wrote the Constitution, because in the Constitution, and indemnification, even the current president wouldn't have been able to become a president again. Because on one chief, no vice president, the president put on under investigations. But because of our president, he has been indemnified because we still have questions to ask him. And what I'm trying to let you know is say, and na ubetwa ana unuya body enkutwa banch ana unkutu banch da the best me catch won say omomu agada omampanyini ho no omunye careful because maame na omudu omu sa akoka no na maame no mesire nyame maame se maame no nya kokoduro obia obefri current political party so obebribe maame no me say radio station ebe kwa chiri maame na and reveal on tini pakro no to na yehu a current president and current government in Ghana how I can't say corrupt because I don't know I haven't heard anything yet about current president so media but the ministers be our point to na ni minister and no renovate baby no could be a company no chassis tells me the party or the current government has got a loophole and it will be surfaced.
Okay.
Into the best me come out here and say, "O mampanyina o tiso sesi o de sako kabre wa tago, unim tago." So obedio. So what new? Obeti ni piga. Now I am a depa because me. Why I value women is because of this. I was born to 5 women. Intimine ema yetiti ene minim man minyina na hu say yes minua man say o mu nyansa papa. Value women to be very more intelligent than even me as a man and all men if you are going to be honest.
Say you need
won ko tenase. Tieni yo nkra me dey man 4 stars radio no o man panyin tenase. Na mo wo tutu no won ye careful so obetimi a won twen san. And now Uncle Fa Obi to say Dr. Spiogabra. Uncle Fa the chikatas, they say chikatas law no more because we want to more free and because we say current president go not competent to hold that office.
Okay, all right. Yo.
Where are the Ahoy families? Omampanyin ko Ahoy families no one go share political nimdiem free wo and star o tonsu mo woni chairman no. Yes, or no, so prepare another president. And then Ghana, the president, the equal, you look at Tunsanian and Kabe.
Joe, all right, yo.
Hey,
Mate.
into Cabra. O Mampani. Is your Organizako Cabri or Takua? One more betting the Piga.
Okay, Joe. Mate a jess of a castle dinner or the bed for a son or what kind of tinted. A telephone after 4 years of an ya, Darkin, ya Jenny or my Ghana home and intina, and my near breeding, the be a meka nama boat mamma abaso kakrani say, and it were you Jumasa. Nina ni say, or my Ghana befan into my pre friend, I just say, you know, you to me. Eba kakrakra, da bain, niochina. Abrabe consu. Na nintem darike mechame wa besisia
what the film plan about because I may be a woman. See a phone next time. That man, I'm trembling, and you keep a beer. And I started for war. Any problem? Of course, I take it. I'm just started. You could come over the side check your way. Side check, yeah, form of the apple. And then, maybe say, let me catch them. If you have the and if you are that's the same with you.
Welcome back again, the Advocate for Stars of Radio TV, Atlanta, Georgia, USA, with our information to keep it safe and productive. Again, the city depreciates. One more time, many people have sharply criticized the government that the city's current depreciation shows early appreciation was indeed an artificial. This follows a recent Bloomberg report ranking the city as the world's most worst performing currency as a sharp reversal from its position earlier in the year as the best performance one. Now the question is that do you share the view that the relative stabilization of the Ghana city was just artificial, was just fake things? Do you share the view? Do you agree that Bloomberg's rating of the Ghana city as the worst performing currency in the world is also true or false? And what explains the sharp depreciation of the city in recent times, especially for the month of August? This is, we all know. Inti answer meko mami ama sisi justice di ya can view on but mpese bi sisi senia omampeni na yi ne di na say ye che no na say bia ade waye no amfa kwem ye yi wedi ade waye amfa kwem ne yi wedi die senia ye betumi a che kakra ana we be ababetum sisiam. Until let's see the Cedi Bloomberg Bloomberg World Financial expert say the Cedi is the most worst performing currency in the world. If you see a fan now, what fan say, what say, what for you? Minia. Oh, me too, Kapa, yeah. Yanko. So we dear Kitway be into and Shada and we be as
when we are talking about the Cedi depreciation, right?
There you go. Yeah. So be to me, I can name bisa say yeah, CJ no you know, I will say your channel say why you be a and ye not say why could you be a that she had to be arrested.
No.
Okay. Okay, Mate.
Because of what he has done.
Okay.
And I mean for 30 seconds.
Would you? Yeah, you just have 5 minutes into whatever you wasted for.
Yeah. Make highlight on just what do you call it? Birth certificate. Me mama kada that one. Otiase.
Right.
Yeah, it can be a Otiama Yakasa. Ya bought as a winner. So, say a man is what in the banner that you can acquire. And so, yeah, for minded country or mocha when you are not supposed to do those things. And then I think that Kauna, what they are saying. A birth certificate is also one of the problems. Now, let me come to, into be a energy or contract na one continent. Dedicate with the Cedi depreciation or dedicate. So be Bloomberg as a worker and say the worst amount what he has the right to say that because Osher said that the strength of the Cedi and he said they are upper from Kakana. Dedicate. Sir, a phobia upper from the month of August, dedicate a public knowledge. What they are saying.
A public thing.
Very common. A public knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Yentia make say a public knowledge. He said. Every time you say, I feel you are on a year. Now you be pro na dedicate. Cedi no ya depreciate in the sense that a lot of businessmen are going to change the Cedi into dollars to go and bring things for the Christmas festivities, So they are there. And you see, any time they are from August to December, and they are depreciated. So what's the deal? And then America say a public knowledge. And you know, Ghana, if people have not studied economics, who doesn't even know the economy ground will tell you something very common. Because a lot of cities are chasing the dollar for them to go and import goods. And now in Ghana, imported a nation. And most of even toothpaste are imported. And they need the dollar to go and do what? To bring in the those items, to sell. And during the festivity area from August, September, October, November, December, Amako di Japa dedicate. You turn near my baby because of the festivities, Easter, Christmas, never. Incident, I may put in a public knowledge. And yet anything different, Bloomberg, or you're right to come out with that. But what we have to know is a public knowledge to us, those living in the country. And Cedi, a better rising view. But now we looking at the rate at which are appreciating and dedicate, unprecedented. From 17 to 10, what they are saying, within a short period of time.
And what about 4 billion Ghana reserves in this way? In Ghana, we have a $4 billion reserve. And a lot of people. Do you know the IMF? Do you know IMF came out as soon as IMF came out and said, "Hey, my friend, when you're stable, that is where the Cedi start to depreciate." Do you remember that? Because everything is out there.
Hello.
Meet you.
Me too.
Me
just with the board. So if you down, a lot of reserves, a lot of reserves into a lot of gold into our reserve, strengthening the currency, which is a very common thing at Obianin Testa. And at this current board, led by Sami Jamfi, we shall go that within this short time through the small scale mining within a short time now. About something 2 point something billion. What they are saying. I know the MRC, what they are saying. And there are certain things I see as study count. And I mean, I do my yeah, put I say baby on your school, yeah, because I say me, in order to make the city to be stronger and depreciate, you need 3 things I see here. You need number 1, the importation of sugar. I see a sugar factory maybe count. Okay, I'm a several times on your school year. You're quite you and to commend that sugar factory, we have to make it operational and even establish more. Because my advice say, in order to be able to say that you guys to the country, and yes, see it all. And you Ghana see 300 million. 300 million.
All right. Would you see mommy because Emrano, yeah, quite
here. And she said, yeah, a horse to crack on here to me. Import yet to me cut it down near importing just about $150 million. Near according to pottery into $300 million.
Okay.
And imported by yet to be cutting here producing $150 million of pottery. Near right into $300 million.
Okay.
And you know, I best my city do.
Again, strength. Okay. And to see the big strength abain. Yam Shenimo this month, next month, when?
And they am called too much behind. I may just say. The reason why I depreciate in here because of the festivities in the festive season from August to December. We change more dollars to go and bring food.
But from March to August in the year, Obian or WBA, just say people don't order anything.
I'm not saying that they don't order anything. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that festivity demand more dollars for goods to come down.
Okay.
People do business more than as it is from January to that time.
Okay.
I'm not saying that from January where they don't do business. No.
Okay.
But this time quantum increasing. The quantum of business increases.
Okay.
Because
all right.
Festivity.
Awesome. Mate. Okay.
But within a short time, the better
stabilize it.
Policies now,
all right.
Central bank with the gold reserve.
Okay, Joe.
And
what fire? Yeah. Joe. So, Mate. Okay, as I rise, and Chebia. Mate, me that say enche what fire say Cedi ni die nyoma amanfo start or then nyoma for brunya ente mu nyina o wasum yeah wo like here na wa share na wo dey comment so aba e form one aka no pepe person ya wusi hu no se me ni mabedwafo ni obi ehu no e na wo ka na die ente no ma me hu no ni awo so wo dwene e fa ho amanfo start ye we ente no enche bia Cedi no ebeba from ente no o say yehu se busumi September mu ani ewo mu ana se August ana sinti ebehwe se be kofom se ekosoro Bloomberg atuna nutio mamiema yentie we mamiema
papa
Cedi no ekofom esisi a ebeye ndey se ne wo fa ya kan sa
about obisa question be about CG and son also Cedi
yes maybe say so why you born intini so obi aye born a I was say chen we there just one statement and one sentence
na ade ba ko say me ya pa say me papa safa ka ba no we timi aka ade ba ko say ma me ni ye we wanye ni ye but o say mama ni ma de o de sakosa brewa de o timi ye no hwe the law is the law and I yank no ya gene ni ama nyina afiri say ofa nu ko fia nyansa next time uba unfo biade aban sika na ye di agro no anyway about the city depreciation no there say the burden on the government is too much regardless of who comes to power. The burden on the government say yen yesija America how want the mobi America highway more private companies, hospitals, private companies. And the American people who I say are buying in safety a hokrana, abandon interest strictly. Things that is concerning about the whole country. Never be who I see no I could see way I think you know private companies. I said by this time, that's part of Ghana. Omo yedeng. I saw one of all market. What you mean see museum and what you mean see market. Canadian Japan the new market say we see be Wokopodia. And I will see be watching ho. Now obviously watermale. Now sa relief no a free government no so. And like any other man so no Christmas period, you buy important be biara the Baba Ghana. Apart from that, we have to serious near man no. You buy home buying now you to be producing your own yama. And yes, Niama where you important begu a baller. Why Chinese for no mujai can themselves? See a Chinese mall no musi. Some mall when you can afford a say. But for one sabo ya baso, and crani by our panel. 60.
Niama. But Niama, yeah.
For the whole, yes.
Yeah, he's doing very well. Yeah.
Magdano omu adafo omu daily bread womusem. And so they don't contribute nothing to the country. Most of them are lining cars, baby. Oh, now say I forgot grab a car say even po Omapedi national plane no obi an contributing 100 cities no ka di bubekra and no crap on asem. Oh, when you be wa I saw omopoa Nigeria omoye America ha companies are kese when individuals are there aquarium nipa baako dia stadium nipa baako dia companies Home Depot Lowe's individuals come and talk about Chick-fil-A any McDonald's they are all for individuals na most of them appointee sika aban ya dey again soldier for uniform go amoso obi trabaras 18 years
and man Cedi na ekofo
na yes because the money they are putting into the things in the country is too much. It's too much. So,
but say senior SUT say strategy am use men SUT and sanka also maintain and I say CC the agency is it going to come back a best performance and say a best stay why a cost room what's saying
why ya me blast do why ya mama me the we yan ko Ghana ba me mama report why ya me blasting be me catch and say your second term no why ya the year because adie no oba no kakra and then Cedi no e be fluctuate e be go up and down and say balance. So me I'm not in a rush because I said this baby I ko na me there because yes we hu e ko na an ka yewu eti ya wa ha no so no me dey boa me enko e be du bro nya na enko 13 e be January na akọ back to 9 or 10.
Obi be uchi eche biaso mama obi be uchi eche biaso nyusa
okay na nkache wa na meboa
si mama
enko 13 edu January wa na ba down kakra to 12 na ekọ 11 ho sa embounce enko back
mate
and after so na make me repeat no abai no the Ghanaian government no ya fa British way no emboa yen that the case
right
kromu ha. Look at McDonald's back every state. Nipa back there. Esugana bibia aban ye ko juso aban ye ko sikane kakra na wo ho no na ye near the yeniama unnecessarily.
Okay. Right. Mate.
Until no hwe de nyame be but Cedi ni dia dollar ni dia wants baby e won na stable.
Okay.
30.
Okay. Joe. Mami ama edi no dia ba no see. Enko suru kakra won say ye ka say obi be wutu je bia so no sa ne tie so woni enkom ye ube hu say obi ube ka say woni dabre na so ne sa ne tie enti ye koye ni mu ane samu amutie wi asafa no ye dedicate 4-star celebrated TV Atlanta Georgia you would say and minimum budget for ye pense CJ dia ne yate ye na ye hunu yeso ya adwene a ewo aha na sisi a ne Cedi no a Bloomberg epache say nanka ewa hoden na mretiawe mu a sisi a no adane a ɛkyɛ sɛ sɛnea esi ɛkorɔ no yɛahwɛ ne yie a bosomi a yɛwɔ mu koraa ne bibi ne kyɛ sɛ yɛnenam 13 ne 14 yɛkɔpa ɛkɔsi watere te sɛnea ɛkɔ fam no a enti mekɔ ɛkyia ɛsɛfakaa no mekɔtie Cedi no so ne ɔhɔ ka papa
kwabra to menka
metiw nkapa
okay mami ama de masemi ba mami correct mami ama kakra mami ama anytime se me kasa ayara me kasa bebuom me kasa mam to that woman is smarter than the current president. Onim constitution no e kan ti assessing president.
Onim say yemfa odiade onim.
Mami ama nyabotre me pese me no be argument because ma mo nim nyansa. Nti na ya na bibia me kasa na ya na ma careful. I respect you as a lady. Omampanyini constitution kura baby wo ha won kura won kan da. Nti maame na mo bia watuo no constitutional.
Onimade o de onim cha.
Any political menkasa onimade mama yamatie menkasa papa ni nimade o menim ne academics but the political sense there e form emame as compared to the woman. I'm not scared to say when it comes to interpretation of the constitution mama ni nim sin president you can say this or communicator even Omampanyini were a communicator ni communication field cry a collapse and bouncing bibia and then we should also back cry and you kwabra Mamin one yashi mamin won nyansa mamin kasa ma kunchiro wo kasa mi pesa me so de sunti na man ka hwe mamin ni kunu pie no what is $6,000 cash back a break government, but when you are talking, you don't make mention of that. Mami, when you answer, munya careful.
That was the balance of how much they spent.
Mami,
was she supposed to buy a ticket for the husband? Was she supposed to buy a ticket for the daughter?
Mami, no argument. Me come with my argument. So, Mampanyina, children won't fish as someone. Or Mampanyini be selling krata free office.
The law is the law.
Kwabra.
Me too.
Misro
Wodi kasa
Oni na Ghana na ya ni dia o tumi a. Ofa ma me nko court. Ana ofa ma o police for nko chine ni ehwe se o Mampanyini ye be ma. Oni me nka ho asem bia bi metwa so. Die me pesa me kama Ghana for ye nyina ya
Cedi no
current government e wo Ghana no they don't study. Most ministers are current president didn't am so ye failure no ministers are what point minimum far or more shallow minded politicians only they talk they can brag but at the end of every at the end they become senseless. Or 4 ministers, I won't mention their names. Maybe you know them. Whenever there is any issue, I think 2 ministers and 2 people closer to him. Yes, but I could do one. They don't know because I said dollar number for me. Finance minister. Politically, we're shallow minded. I'm telling you, politically, he's not equipped to be position or no. I'm telling you, to Okasa, Okasa fa. Anytime I war government more. Now they are DBA to abontino. Sit back, give yourself about between 60 to 90 days to study the trend of Adiana Odiabetuan before you come out to talk. Finance Minister Bejina Wakasa. Woman supersede dollar and person can say, yeah, papa, and Guasia Dinechi. Into my predictions about. Why am I saying this? Yeah. So, we African country, and it's the gospel truth. Na so dollar, we see the nuclear abe supersede dollar now. Study it in a trend. For trend business study at least about 60 to 90 days. Never say a sequential. The thing is going the way you want it before you come out to voice out. And the Adam who say finance minister be you know a comment bi obama say adimu jomo for the biania be press conference sickless in politics. She say open say we denigrate a country be to say United States of America. Study will trend well. This current government they don't study. They are just outspoken, vocal. They just talk, and at times some of them are very nonsensical. Why am I saying this? We are finance minister. Now, take your components, take your figures, take people around you. Give even 30 days. Next study. Until when you come there, say we denigrated the currency of United States. You have facts to prove it. But when the man was speaking, it was very baseless speech. Okay. Commonsensically, it was baseless.
Okay. All right.
Because 3 days and I see overpower. You are sick. Who sorry? Who free Ghana? IMF never publishing. Who to Ghana now? Who go dollar? You must say who supersede dollar? Who are you? None who cry mesre. And you know, you make country one say. Hey, mammy, cry me here to fire back or fire out.
Oh, he is saying. Otama na so ntino wo de vie for mama.
You know, ya ma dollar no cost na what start hu se bronya be kwa. Enti am ka to say mu ye bibia mu fa de into scale so insania so na mu wen no before you come out to speak to illiterates and as a citizenry.
Okay, all right.
You can't just study something 1 week. Now we are finance minister who ni mu nyansa. Na amamuo ethics mawa. You wouldn't come and speak the way the man spoke that day.
Okay, minia.
It was very shameful. And Samimi Omampanyina and Sama and Kamei finance minister won't deserve.
Okay.
Because
hello. Okay. I'm saying this is idea.
Kasano Bakasa is a form. Sabi Kasa form you.
I'm saying
that man Kasa for a finance minister no onko any course ye onko sua de ye na next time obekasa on for facts and figures on support with substantial evidence. Okay
all right Joe mate me da say echia esefo aka ena yeti ono so niga mecha me ho abasisi ya na ya to so enche bia na che say me fidie mu akọ nti no wonfa comment ma abomodin na fabra wolakia na wa share send obi aka bi no apepepe dedicate
me ameka say bi do ba fa comfort say what one wani nka send back to First Stars Radio they say what take First Stars Radio me do nyakopom say what help bia da wo su bia no e be free wo so na First Stars Radio ye wazo papa.
So what time you radio on the 2 4 stars bibia be clean 4 stars radio you waze papa. Enti we are suffer na send me dika 4 stars radio we have all the tools here our mechanism near dina our has ope obi di chiame obi twemfoni obi abebonyom near dina woto ensa efre ya betumi amba be hwe e de ama bibia ye abefo sisi a enti no yeso so no ya hyehyɛ ho kakra. Say ye wo a haidi ye betumi ato apete ena wo hwe wo musumpo a wo mo Ghana no cry no so sa anti 4 stars radio so Ghana we say afa na nyina ye wo nimdiefo bebre a wo mo eso ekire enti enche na yakọ we de ye de tatu kitwe bi menko wo fa ya na me ka bibikito wedia wo 1 minute 2 minutes actually so sisi ano dollar sem na ye kan yo so won say emri na ebinu pa actually say na abrana 10 no na abochifo no eton 13 ana sisi a ebe ntino me san bisa biom waka me san bisa bi to so dia say sisi ano busumi a ye wo mu yi ebesan kosoro ana say ebeba from dollar no say ebe depreciate more ana say sisi ana ebe gina ana say ebeba so me pese me hu esan say strategy bi a modito akwemu eba no me fi say that so ewo wo chire mu say we dey 2 minutes pe wo mre na ka chere me yeah.
Thank you very much. Dedicate. What a policy I did by yeah, more than good. Yeah. Now,
oh, ukasa no minim fa kwa wo sheba ukasa no twetwe sipa ofa
Otimeka.
mitunka yeah
That it.
half a maniko yeah ibisa for mfidie yi tire du baby ana akoye bibi oh yeah ofa gina baby ye minim fa kwa wo but gina baby ye ukasa no makra
That is Otimeka.
sisi ade ye sisi ade ye
Okay. Now me say ma you know so yini kakama so ama dollar enya wode no the policy is still going on but as at this time dedicate from August year to December yes some more Cedi no chase dollar no chase more Cedi no to go and bring items what they are saying because for importing because of the festive Christmas na eba if you are importation na do yes e ma Cedi no mo chere no. So
okay.
With a little, you never rise you.
Okay.
A better gaining the strength, you know.
Okay.
But there are certain things I see here that is but of my main power and then I'm a country the importation of rice, the quantum of rice we import, the quantum of sugar we import, the quantum of poultry we import, you know. I see a putting measures in place. They have to be cut it down. What they say, $300 million of rice, $300 million of sugar. $300 million of poultry, no, a lot of Cedi no, Cedi no. If you are started with him, Kukon Keten, no, Yamea do my breeding Kukon Keten, no, baby, and then cutting down $300 million of importing of poultry instead of 150. Yet to be imported by 150. Rice is producing rice. Yet to be producing rice by 150 million tons. That was Ghana. Now sugar to see to me, Commander Sugar Factory has to come into operation, and then we have to build more sugar factories. To me alone, we should build 10. If we have 16 regions, 16 sugar factories in the country. Here they are cutting down the $300 million of importation of sugar into this country. That is the kind of gold board policy now. They say we propose to me small gold in Nungoma.
Okay.
Gold in the central bank and start for out to dedicate.
Okay.
See the new one day, baby, see the new cause a single digit.
Okay.
And baby, dedicate. I say, Yama make a through. You implementing the full year. A great minister implementing Kukon Kete. Obi as I say, Yan Kuko dedicate. Yan sound one Kuko $300 million into the country. What they say, 150 never rise into 150 and sugar to 150.
Okay.
See the new with the gold board now. We have good policies. This government
okay. All right. Mate. All right.
Then it will be okay.
Okay, Joe. Matthias say, resetting the Nkokon Kitten will also boost the economy because of Nema. Yeah, Mate. Mate, me come, Mamma, on mute. We know we on mute you, Woody, and Mamma, Minty, Woody, I get to be. Mamma.
Production company. Now, Ghana for now, or Ghana so good to
we no munya kra menim fa kwa wo but we no mu enye
ana me ka ayo bidia asota ayo bidia say enti no sense ka pone mo Ghana mo to manu mo no so ma wasiri kakra na o ma no so nya hia no fanya de pa na sanya sada de ke ya wo regulation per se years ni
okay.
The same topics I did by no and one the best idea because number one, the country is not producing. And I did one of foreigners so establishing so much business in Ghana. They are Ghana for not to home. It any kind na government no say no more favor Ghanaians in the kakra. No more flexibility, no more team family with companies. And so offering a baba, no more man acquiring no appropriate. And I say, baby, I'm not the catch me. Yes, Chinese companies number one. I need the Papa Kodia. Companies basic system, no man, and I'm a carbon. Ghana for musu munti e kakra se carpenter for na wo ha mun kam mun bom se na magazine te no mun buye a whole place 10 acres a mo produce tables say na oman no so to na yesika aka Ghana na bibia e be kra ye di president am te part the crap on the mabina every part a factories no Ghana no toilet roll ye kra bibia ye kra omo tomatoes tea na say ba ku bia say omo Tommy e yo mo e kra ya say recall e Ghana but enu who make effort.
Okay.
They bought the getting so companies, pottery farm, they should produce more. Now employment in the this canon Kagana. Yes, sir. Sike, ye cheat the water money near the bottom, outside near the ship bar.
Okay.
I will come with you. You see, Echo was in a crap, CJ Corrupate, my aircraft, I could find with the Omoka. Yechia intino asem kra Cedi ni de baby e wono enwo ho ani fendi bronya ni bi nsani e maame no bi ye wie bronya na
but oh mami ama so edino no obeyende yemfitumi enka ni nyina nsu yebeka bi yede asrentini a ejese for kan ebeka sa etwa to krakrakra papa Cedi no ebeka kusi den ebeko besan akofom ana se beba soro senia edika ko yen papa nti we die wo de ta talk to e bi na che se me frifide mu akọ mintie wo papa
yeah kwabra wetin nka
mintie wo papa
me da wase nyame wo nhyira wo no 4 stars radio se mo ma me kwa ma me so metimi be kama dwene nyame wo nhyira mo pa na 4 stars radio endu se sa government we entwemu no mo ayekra behwe from me as a me reliable sources from the quarters of the presidency Omampanyini any finance minister womunna yesi alajubia omu from who be 30 times for finance minister I am a force saying omu to sa because woman no ye omu pele womu ye they don't study Omampanyini for a finance minister politically shallow minded in politics. I don't know their background, but when political career they don't study things well. In this Omampanyini to sapapa. Now American dollar no so say ko pese wo gu nanim ase na America fo so be gu nanim ase. Be careful about it's a system. America won't me metia bribe. Oh, Ghana and Africa for because of bribery and corruption, inducing and paying for women so much they can go and pay their way out. And this time with the internet, hey, one facade way ama Omampanyini kra asisi a wono say ye didi atema wo bebra. Ye papa infamra. Enka me be me radio station. Me nam kwaso ko Canada kra na nka me kasa.
Okay, and this is dollar.
Me so Omampanyini
a dollar some
a president because in Shira nyame de man no papa no
a dollar some you can see a mini the dollar some
me come out here say
yeah view mommy yeah
see Omampanyini why disturbed and a finance minister be mo friend simple mrofo mo kan say kura obetra hoka kasa bontin no awurade me wi akura
budget ana oberedi budget no
oberedi budget
midterm budget no yeah
and what she say IMF monetary said the kraman and double ne eka because mo person mo begu wo mani ma se wo be kire Omampanyini what so sesi and 4 years wo the first time kire na kire to wo be hu the IMF be ye Omampanyini ne finance minister wo mu to the enso mu ye this sesi a de be ye de wo mu tumrika na wo mu nko asante nana what to so me body kan asem wo nana semansia enye wan ka asante ye no hwan Enti onko nana ho no sisi only kan ko who beg say nana. Sisi am dem call IMF for ya mama nko because me see me see the no $10. Anya sa o mampanyin won. Obesi san nkrata say.
We cannot
Was free office now what because you see the president and the foreign the finance minister they've reached their target.
Okay, Joe.
But the American man say when you're ready. Because you see who be fan papa.
All right, Mate.
No study from now. No, baby, and a time frame.
Okay.
No study before they come out to make noise.
Okay. All right, Mate. May I say a chair as for a car and ordinary about matches a view crack. We are then Yes, cry by now on antenna was a Yariano Corano, ye can say what the home bonnet. Until Onipa de Niaobi ye be ya Yebeka or Wassem. Others a needy ye be good in Massy, and I make a yes and put your bonasendium wouldn't pa ni or soft dear will be ye day now. And may not also a was semi free. Near ye tea biano near ye can ye biano, a young yadrini ye susu say Dalan ebeba fumo say because ro yende ye yinimu ane say o mane atoto ne nyoma yie wofa edika ka bi say omuguso yen hyehyɛ yen kokon ketenkete na aba esikyiri factories beba emo factories beba ntine den ya amafo bɛkɔ amano ne akɔkɔdi dwa wo mode abrofo esika ne bɛkɔdi dwa ntine ye hwɛ ni mu ahwɛ sɛ Cedi no ebetumi ejina akono kakra de atoa so anase senior Bloomberg kan yi no say a was performing ampa so obi anyandi hu chim say a was performing but ekoyia eko maye ankasa ankoyie susu a ye nyina ye ho na ebeka kokka adwemu sa mama medika ga o say already enko nenim kakra bronya be na bronya ne chire no na afi na say Cedi no asan epeja ono ne de no nti ebusafo aha na emre no eni abebedo mia medi chiame ewo dwumedi mu eye Derek Hay ebiasa fa na nyina micheche bu nyina fa kwa wo bia nti no enchi akase enkoma mame ama wo fa ya ni echia asafo aka mo amutie ye yasafa na ye wo lake wo hye bia no enchi akase ema ho yeso ye dit adwuma ye wa ha na wo twu mienu bia no na che se ye di ahyehye so ni si ewo Ghana no na aka ho asem kakra na che se ye enko ye se ye di etia na ye sisi yaso afei meko Ghana so a ye deep like ewo hope afei ye Andy Ajima Maxwell Wilberforce womunyina na keka enyoman isi ni si ekense so eka ho media mfidie ba betu minima me amani Joseph Agade mfidie ba betu yetino se yenyobi mana moye kakra na che se akoye bibia ewo ho ntino mede munyina se nyame ya dum na dum bedum ya yebesan ehyianti dadke it's about time I gotta go for somebody else to come. You know, when you see somebody who can make a change, if you want somebody who can make a change, you stand in the mirror and say, what can I do for myself, for my household, my neighborhood, and then the city as a whole. Until whatever you want to do, just sit up and say, this is what I'm going to do. Work towards it, aim towards it, and it will come to pass. Emenaso Makramo.